Hey guys, welcome. Cam's phone, of course. How is everybody? I'm going to tag a few people in this post because people asked about it today and we thought, you know what? Let's just do a live on it to help some people out. Let's find it. Where is it? Okay. Cam, do you remember who asked? Jenna had asked, and then what are you fucking looking at? Hey, baby.
Random TikToks.
Okay. Who else asked? Guys, if you are here, say hi, say what's up, say hashtag I'm here, and then put your name next to it so we can see who is joining us. And if you remember who asked about water today in the group, tag them for me. Okay, Shelly. Let's see if I can tag her in this too. Shelly. Hey, Kimberly. How are you doing? Right, who else asked? Stephanie Evans. Okay, let's tag Stephanie Evans in there as well then. Hey, Helen. How's it going, guys? Hope you all had a lovely pancake day. Let me know if you had pancakes. I want to hear about them. I want to hear about those pancakes. Alrighty. So, perfect. Guys, if you're here, drop a hashtag I'm here in the comments with your name next to it as well so we can see. I can see we've got more people on than just Helen and who else? Kimberly. I can literally see it, guys. Don't you be hiding. You're all up for it yesterday when we made a special announcement. Now we're going to educate you. You're like,
Did we have this light on yesterday?
I don't know. Try turn it off. I got my halo. There's dark in it, guys. What do you reckon? Oh, guys, don't even ask about all those clothes that are like literally everywhere. Today was laundry day, and because we moved apartments, this apartment does not have, which we didn't know, doesn't have a washing machine. So we had to walk with our dirty clothes, our dirty washing, half an hour. Literally, Cam had like one of our trolley suitcases with a backpack and a bag. We walked half hour. We paid for like the washing machine to do, and then we went for like a little walk while waiting, come back. Then we put it in the tumble dryer, or whatever you call it, the dryer, and it only went for 20 minutes and it was still like soaking wet. So literally all the clothes now are across the apartment with like the aircon on blowing. Sorry. We won't leave it on for long. And yeah, it's just like a bloody bomb set, to be honest. It's been a stressful day, I'm not gonna lie. Excuse me. Helen, I'm on medication for weak bladder, so too much water is awkward. It is awkward. But I did have a client also on medication for weak bladder, and we actually bumped her up slowly over time. And she was drinking like 3 to 5 liters a day. Absolutely fine. She wasn't waking up in the night. She was fine. Are you not in the UK? Helen, no, we're not. No. We are from the UK, but we travel. So at the moment, we're in Albania. We're in Albania, Tirana, which is the capital. Europe's up and coming capital city, apparently.
It is, yeah.
It is up and coming. It's got loads of really good pizza places. It's got crepes on every road. It's got 3 bakeries on every street. It's very up and coming indeed. So we normally go live on TikTok as well. I might set my TikTok up now because my batteries died because we had to do all this walking. And then we had to walk back half hour with our wet clothes, our damp. You know when they come out of the tumble and the tumble's not finished and they're like hot and like wet. Not hot and wet in a good way, guys. It was not hot and wet in a good way. It was just gross. So I'm letting them breathe now. We don't want to put them on the balcony in case they blow away. I think it's valid. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about water. There was a couple of questions in there. So I've tagged Jenna in it. Shelley asked a question and Stephanie. Getting steps in though. Yeah, literally. I think we did like 23,000. Yeah, probably about 23,000. And we went to the gym.
It's been a busy day.
It's been a stressful day. Okay, let's talk about water. Do you really need that much water? Question.
And the answer is?
Well, I'll answer in a minute.
So yeah, I think the question was, does coffee count as your...
Well...
Does it count towards your water target, as you could say?
The first thing was, Jenna said that she struggles to hit her protein target. She's banging at her protein target. Her water target. That's what she said. So this is how the conversation started. Jenna put a post out. She goes, I need an accountability buddy. I'm not drinking enough water. Is there any tips? That kind of thing. So a couple of people dropped out tips. Stephanie said, I'm the same. I think Gemma put out a tip and somebody else put out a tip as well. Hey, Jenna, this is for you. Shelley said she's terrible. Does drinking tea and coffee count? If not, can someone explain why? So I was going to write in there. I was going to make a reel, which we could still make a reel. That's absolutely fine. But we just thought, you know what? We're doing a live tonight. We didn't have anything specific planned. Sometimes we just like to wing it. So we thought we'll do it. Lindsay said she puts interval alarms on her phone. Gemma said she swapped her second brew of the day for water and she sticks that as easy. So that's a good one. Jamie Parker put out like a special kind of bottle, I think. A special type of bottle. So we've had some good tips in there. Charlotte, find something you do in habit stack. Oh, Charlotte, you are the goat. Yeah, perfect. So basically, Charlotte's saying about habit stack, and we should do a video on habit stack, and we should do a live on it. Hey, Karis, what are you doing on Cams? We're doing on Cams Live. Oh, and Laura Booth. Why have I missed all these? Guys, what we also found out is like some of our TikTok messages aren't coming through. So if you message us TikTok, we apologize. Jump over to Instagram and Facebook because we can definitely see it there. Try a big water bottle. Yes, that's what Laura said. So I recommend drinking from something like this. This is called a Hydrate Mate. It's got a little straw on the top. And literally, I sit there, right, at my desk. I'll have my laptop in front of me. I'll put this on the desk and I'll just sit like this. And it'll all be gone. It'll all be gone in like 5 minutes, if that. So then I got to get up. I got to go for a wee. So it means I got to walk, which means I get more steps and then I walk back. So, you know, it's all good, isn't it? Okay, guys. So today we are talking about water. So we're going to cover a few different topics about because you guys know that we love to help you understand things, not just be like, do this because science says. We're going to teach you. We're going to teach you guys. So... okay, first up, let's talk about why do you need to drink water? So obviously we are, how much percent are we? Are we 70%?
It's like 60 to 70% water.
Yeah, we're 67% water. So you're probably thinking, well, if I'm 67%, why do I need any more? Right? So, well, that's it, isn't it? It's like, well, I'm 67%, that's it.
I've got enough,
exactly. Let me just turn these off. It's true though, isn't it? So, okay, I'll let you off, Karis. Karis just joined our coaching. Big up for Karis. Yeah, so anyway, back to this. So you might think, okay, well, why? Because I'm already this much. But we actually lose a ton of water every single day, okay? So let me tell you, I've got some stats behind me. So we lose skin, through our skin, so through sweating, for example, we lose about half a litre, 500 ml. Okay, so that's already more than most of you drink a day. Okay, so there's half a litre gone through sweat. That's without going to the gym. This is just normal, like just day to day. Even though you might feel like you're not sweating, your body will try and cool itself down if it goes above a certain temperature. And the way of cooling it down is through sweat. The next part, 0.2, so 200 ml, roughly, is in the gastrointestinal tract, which basically is your digestive system, okay, your intestines, and basically you poop it out, okay, so you poop out like 200 ml of water a day. Then you've got 400 ml in your respiratory tract, which is breathing, which is how you lose fat, through breathing. If you weren't on that live, guys, you need to go back and watch it. You actually lose fat through breath, not through sweat. Okay, so you lose 400 ml through breath, and then kidneys, which, do you know what kidneys do?
No.
You fucking do. You do. So the kidneys are used to cleanse out your body and detoxify them. Hey, Juno, how are you? So it's basically going to be flushing out all the shit, not the shit, because we've already talked about that, but it's going to be all the toxins. It's going to flush out all the toxins, okay? And that's 1.5 litres. So in total, you lose about 2.6 litres a day.
Probably not including the workouts.
That's not including workouts, no. So then what are we talking about? We're talking about water, guys. We're talking about water. So you lose about 2.6 litres a day of water, of sweat, breath, toxin, detoxification. You don't need a shake for that. Your kidneys literally do it for you. Skin, pooping, peeing, and all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, and so the 1.5 litres, when your kidneys detoxify you pee it out, and that's where the 1.5 litres goes essentially. So 2.6 litres. Who drinks that much a day? I want to hear.
I think the biggest thing as well, where a lot of dehydration happens, is when you're sleeping. Because your bodily functions of what Faye has just said are still working, not to like the full extent, but they're still working. So you're still slowly getting dehydrated through the night. And this is generally the longest fast you'll have from water, usually not through choice. Usually people just do weird water fasts. That's like the worst thing you could probably do. But yeah, that's when you probably dehydrate yourself the most.
Yep, exactly. And then when you wake up, if you're going to go straight in and then have a coffee, then you're not flushing out your body. So basically, if you imagine, let's think of it imaginary, okay? Let's use our imagination. So you're laying down, you're asleep, maybe you're on your back, maybe you're on your side, wherever, fetal position, wherever works for you guys. So you're there and you're in this position for roughly 8 hours, okay? Sleeping. So everything is kind of going down or like simmering at the bottom if you're like lying, maybe lying on your back. When you wake up, all of this stuff is like a little bit gunky, basically, because it hasn't had any water to like flush out. So you've dehydrated, and then all of these like bits of muck or crap around, literal crap around your stomach, in your windpipe, your esophagus, your esophagus, your intestines, in your stomach, in your kidneys. So all this stuff is there. And then you go and have coffee. Coffee's not going to wash it down. Coffee's not going to help. Okay. So of course you can have coffee, but first, what we recommend is always having that first glass of water straight up. And if you have it first thing as well, that's like 1/2 litre. You don't have to have a litre on the end of the day because you've already had it, right? So
probably the biggest tip you could do is just drink water first thing. Just have a glass of water as soon as you wake up, do a couple of jobs, come back, have another glass of water, habit stack it. Every time you walk into a kitchen near a sink, I'll always just have a glass of water, have it, and I can quite easily build it up if I'm pottering in and out. Obviously, if you're outside the house, it's a bit different.
Yeah, it is. But you can do things like we carry water bottle with us, don't we? So I carry this with me all day, every day. I hook it onto my little carabiner, which is on my rucksack, and I walk around like this. I just like that. That's literally what I do. Walk around like this. Okay, so
That's a very typical question, Karis, isn't it? We get that one a lot.
does squash count? I hate water unless it's ice cold. Well, Karis doesn't like orange squash. She's avoiding drinking, actually. She's dehydrated today because she doesn't like orange squash very much. She prefers summer fruits to drink in the house. So now she's just not drinking, basically.
That's naughty.
Those water bottles with times I won't drink help me. Yeah, these have got times on, but I don't know. I don't look at, I suppose I don't look at my watch often enough or wherever. I just sit there and just drink.
It's just how much you have within a day.
Yeah, I don't really know how much I probably drink like 4 or 5 of these a day, I think.
What was that, like 700 maybe?
Yeah, I think 750, something like that.
So yeah, like 3 litres-ish with the extra pre-workout.
I normally get 1 in doing a live. I'll finish this by the time this live is done. Okay. So, Stephanie, I drink 2 litres. Some days I could do 3 or 4, but other days it's absolute effort to get 2 in. So, something for you to think about if you're struggling some days and really good others is like what triggers you to drink on those days that you drink a lot. Find out what that trigger is and embed more of that. If it's like your kids doing your outing, so you just pretend it's like a glass of wine or something, like then
just have some water in a wine glass.
Yeah, put some bubbles in there or something. Average 2.5 litres, plus I drink about a litre of black coffee. We're going to be talking about coffee in a sec as well. Okay, so can you tell me the deficit? Yes, Anne-Marie, we can help you with how much you should be eating. I drink more Diet Coke than I do water. Okay, so
that does need to change.
We'll talk about all of this in a sec. Don't listen to him. He's horrible, isn't he?
It's true. That's why they asked the question.
So, you're horrible, Cam. Just tell him, innit? Be nice. God, see? Okay, you guys are lucky. You guys are lucky that I'm here. Otherwise, you'd be like whipping you guys into shape.
She'll sugarcoat it.
I will.
I have to play the bad cop. Normally, it actually is Faye.
It normally is me. Yeah, I'm
normally
a
the
strict
nice one, to be
smoker.
honest.
Yeah. Sometimes we like to men. I know. Okay, so now we know what your kidneys are for. You do know. We know what your kidneys are for. You know what water, how much you lose, and what we use it for. Okay. So, how do you know if you're dehydrated? A lot of you will be like, oh, well, maybe I get a dry mouth. I just feel dehydrated. I'm thirsty. But actually, if you feel any of those things, it's already too late. You're already past the point of dehydration and you've already lost, I think it's about 10% cognitive ability, isn't it?
Yeah.
10 or 20%?
Yeah, you're past you're already dehydrated, essentially.
Yeah. So basically, your brain will become dehydrated, essentially, and you will not function as well. Your cognitive ability will go down, your reflexes will go down, your digestion will slow down. So we don't want any of these things. And for me, I really notice it if I'm not hydrated because I get really irritable.
Wow.
I was just waiting for a comment. I was literally just waiting for a comment or a look or something like that. I do get I can feel myself getting agitated all the fucking time. Like, Cam, stop breathing, for God's sake, you're doing my head in. Like, that's where it gets to.
She's not a comedian.
I'm not a comedian. I'm just honest. So, what symptoms do you guys get? Like, how do you guys know if you're thirsty? Cam's got some more of you. While I hydrate.
So you got dizziness is an easy thing, low or lack of energy, obviously dry skin as well. That's a big thing. Your skin will just massively improve. You consistently have what's the stuff you put on your face? A lot of that is moisturizer. Moisturizer is just basically hydrating your skin. So one way you can do that, probably in a cheaper way, is make sure you have high hydration levels naturally through water, and then obviously those products do help.
Headaches, yeah.
Headaches massively, yeah. So there's lots. So you could say there's lots that can be joined to other stuff, but a lot of it does come down to some of the most basic principles of living. We do need water. What was I going to say?
I don't know, Cam. Helen says you can do a skin pinch test.
Is that for the blood capillaries where it comes back?
Maybe. I think she means like a body fat test. Sore head, if I'm dehydrated, sorry, TikTok, I'm looking behind you at these comments. Yep, definitely. Moodiness. Not weeing. The color of your pee. Guys, the color of
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, the color of your pee, that's how you can tell if you're dehydrated. It should be pretty clear. It should be pretty clear with like a yellow tint, shall we say. It shouldn't be orange. It shouldn't be dark yellow, and it definitely shouldn't be brown, okay? So if it looks like
It's
your
brown. Go to Annie.
yeah, if it looks like your car indicator, you need to drink like it is like that. Sometimes people get like yellow, like orange pee, don't they? So that's not what you want, okay? So it needs to be almost clear. So guys, if you're in the Facebook group tomorrow, take some pictures of your toilet bowl. Don't actually, please don't. But you can Google it, like pee color test or something like that. I think it's called it a pee hydration test, something like that. And they'll be like you go into like a paint shop when you have all those different colors, and you can go get it to be like, is that one? Is that one? Is that one? And then you'll know whether you need to drink more. So unless you take vitamin C, yes. Or what's the other thing that changes the color of your pee? Rhubarb. Something I eat though.
Asparagus?
No, asparagus doesn't change the color, it just changes the smell, doesn't it?
What that you eat?
Yeah, God, what is it?
Often?
No. I think it must be like, maybe like, what did we have yesterday? Or you're like, our pea's a funny color.
Risotto.
Oh yeah, we had the risotto. Don't know why.
Beetroot, that was it. No, you don't have ever beetroot, do you?
No, I don't have
There
beetroot.
are a few things that can change the colour, so you just have to be aware.
The darker your pee, the more dehydrated you are. That's it? Yes. So it should be clear. Sunny D drink. Oh, yes. Yeah, Sunny D can definitely change the colour of it as well. And some pre-workouts and drinks like that, I think it might be another drink as well. Okay, let me just go back up to see these comments. Where are they? Because Helen had said how you do this test. You pinch your skin, and if you pinch your skin, and if your skin say it's on your hands, it pings back. Oh, okay, yeah. So it's like so basically like this. It should ping back like that. Boom. If it stays up like this, it's just stuck there for ages, then there's something wrong. Hello, Teresa. Welcome to our live. We're talking about water. Let me know how much water you drink in a day, please. That'd be
Talking
interesting.
about pee and water.
Talk about pee, not poo today. We did talk a little bit about poo, but not so much. Okay, so I'm just going to move to this window here. Okay, cool. So that's our TED Talk. Now, what else are we talking about, Cam?
I think we can answer that question that everyone's revving for. Does coffee and tea count towards your water intake? Because basically, you're not really obviously you're not changing it from H2O to something else. You're just adding to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the biggest thing is, so absolutely technically, yes, coffee and tea can count towards your water intake. Most people suggest not to.
Yeah, I'm just going to say as well, there was like that myth, or there was some science that got disproven, that it's like a diuretic, so it dehydrates you, but it doesn't, okay? So coffee and tea does not dehydrate you. It just, say you take 100% of hydration from water, you would take less of it from tea and coffee. Not negative, it's not going to dehydrate you, it's just not 100% of the water to stay hydrated. Oh no, I might fall off TikTok in a minute. Okay. No,
Turn off.
We look good. We're fine. It's all good.
Yeah, essentially. So the reasons that you wouldn't count it towards it is essentially caffeine. Caffeine is like one of the most abused stimulants we have in this world. Anyone that says they live off coffee has got a problem, has got an addiction. You're addicted to caffeine like a stimulant. I can't remember what the word is, but it does come under like a class, something of a drug. I can't remember. It's obviously not class A. It's like class C or D as a drug, as a stimulant. It can be used in good, but most people use it for bad. So essentially, if you're using that as your water intake, the caffeine will quite quickly overcome so you should have about 300 milligrams, depending on your size. per day of caffeine. More than that starts to become too much for the body. You start to create weird intolerances, and then you're like, I can have an espresso right before bed and I still sleep. That's an even worse problem. If your tolerance is that high. So you should just keep it simple. Tea and coffee is different. Drink 2 liters of water by itself, rather than relying on caffeine.
We didn't say 2 liters. Cam just threw that out. We haven't got to that point yet.
No, I haven't got that, but just at least like whatever your daily target is, have that as pure water, and then extra is just a bonus that's definitely not going to hurt.
Someone, I can't see who it is, says coffee makes me pee way more than any other drink.
Because it's like a diuretic.
It's not a diuretic. I literally just said this.
No, it doesn't dehydrate you, but a diuretic can make you pee more.
I don't know. Man, was it Claudie that said it? No, it was Janet. Man. Yeah, it's also because your body can't do anything with it, right? So it needs to like flush it out. Your kidneys is working overtime to try and filter through the caffeine because you have a limit. You don't want to absorb more. Although I will say that I had caffeine drink the other day because my normal energy drink that I get for the gym was not available anywhere. I couldn't find it. I'm really fussy. So I got this other one. I was like, hey, this looks nice. Taste it. Yeah, tastes good. I'm going to have that. And it had like 350 plus, over 350 milligrams of caffeine in. And I was buzzing off it. But then I was sick. Not actually, but I was like, oh my God, I feel so sick. I couldn't enjoy the rest of the day. I complained all afternoon. Shut up. So I also wanted to touch on something. I knew there was something I wanted to say. Another side effect of not drinking enough is holding water. Water retention. Ironic, right? Like if you don't drink enough water, you'll probably be heavier the next morning because you actually hold the water. You're going to be fluffier. You're going to feel a bit more bloated. You're not going to look as lean. And that is because you're dehydrated. So people are like, oh, I don't want to drink water because I'll be bloated. I'm like, no, that's not what happens. That's not what happens. So you really need to make sure you drink that water. Also, gives you a hella pump. If you're at the gym, basically your muscles like absorb water, so they suck it up and they look bigger, pumpy.
I think another thing.
It was awful. Who said that?
Another thing I want to share, but I don't want to share because it can be taken in a very wrong way.
Share now, I know.
Sometimes I'll coach fighters that have to make weight, and if they've been in a deep deficit for a very long time, and they need to be able to keep dropping weight to make a weight category, we'll give them a refeed day. So say he's been on like 2,000, like he trains twice a day because he's an athlete.
You're talking about someone specific.
And then we gave him a refeed. It actually gave him like what's called a swoosh effect because he'd been in such a heavy deficit. He's so like carb depleted.
We're talking about water.
Yeah, I'm getting that. Because he's so carb depleted, so inflamed because he does a lot of combat sports, so you're more injured than normal. He ate 3,000 calories, so 1,000 more than he did normally of good food. It's not a cheat day, it's not a cheat meal, they don't exist. And essentially he lost 2 pounds after that. He'd been stuck for ages. We gave him a refeed, and this swoosh effect is where it helps to flush out some of the extra water that you're holding because of inflammation, because of like damage to the muscles, carb depletion, and it just helps to like push it out from the body. So that's like another way, like water will hold and fluctuate you a lot.
Yeah.
It just shows like the power of it, especially on the scale.
Helen says milky coffee or syrups. I think
they've both got calories.
They both got calories.
If anything, I would have milk because
it's more natural than
more
syrup.
natural. It's one of the best ways to rehydrate is through milk, and that's one of the quickest ways. But it's got calories, and people just go over the top.
Love milk. I do not. Okay, so we've spoken about what water does in your body, where it disappears to, how much you lose, side effects or symptoms of being dehydrated, how important it is to catch it before you're dehydrated because you lose your cognitive ability, you won't perform as well, like all of the things. You get irritable, your partner wants to kill you, you want to kill them, all of those. And then we spoke about caffeine. So Diet Coke, yes, 100% is a bit of a problem if you drink that much because of the caffeine implications. So let's think about this logically. Even if it didn't have any effect on your water, if you drink a lot of coffee, you don't sleep well, and this is a fact. Please no one come to me and say, I can drink an espresso 10 minutes before bed and I'm fucking fine, because you're not. It's not. Because once your sleep quality decreases, if you can't sleep, if you toss and turn, if you wake up in the middle of the night, all those kinds of things, then you will gain weight the next day. You'll pick on things. You'll feel more emotional. You'll be emotional eating. You'll binge more. You'll crave sugar. So that is a consequence as well. Okay, so drink as much water as possible. It's going to fill you up as well. So even if you're hungry, have a drink. A lot of people say, like, if you're hungry, you're actually thirsty. So have a drink before you eat as well, like half hour before you eat. And then drink your last bit of water 2 hours before bed. Cam, would you say?
Any like big amounts of water, like someone's down in a pint,
Like
or
me, yeah.
like so you don't want to be down in water quite close to bed. You want to be tapering it down is the best way. Like, you don't have to cut it off. You can still cut. Yeah, like you just sit like the closer it gets to bedtime, just so you don't wake up. Like, the obvious thing is you need sleep, like the repercussions Faye just said. But the biggest thing for like broken sleep is people just getting up for a pee, purely because you eat and drink really late up to bedtime.
And actually, didn't they? Wasn't there a tribe that used to do this, to wake up through the night or wake up early, something like that? They used to drink loads of water before bed, so they'd wake up through the night or wake up early, something like that. Because obviously they didn't have alarms, so they would do that. Did you know that? Yeah, I think I saw it on The Simpsons. I think it was. I think it was a fact, though. No, I think it was true.
This is where Faye gets all of her information from, as Simpson episodes.
No, I think it is true. I think it's true. I gotta Google it later for you guys. So what else, Cam? Did you have anything else you want to talk about? Well, yeah. How much water do you need? Okay.
Like the most important part.
So grab a pen and paper. We'll wait. Don't worry. We will wait. Yeah, can't find that pen. It's not behind your ear. No, go find it.
It's in your school.
In your school?
School pencil.
Pencil case.
Pencil case that you left at school.
Okay, so you need how many pounds you weigh. Let's say you weigh 200 pounds, okay? You need to half it, 100 pounds. And then that is the ounces that you need. I know ounces. It's just an American kind of thing. I don't know. So how much water did we calculate that to be, Cam? 2.
3 liters.
No, it was like 2.5, wasn't it?
No, 100 ounces is 3
100
liters.
ounces,
It's
2
3
liters. Oh gosh. If any of you got an answer, chuck it up there.
Jenna, help us out.
2.9, 5, 7,
Jenna knows
3,
ounces.
5. Where is it? Right, here we go, I found the right one. Okay, 2.9, something, so 3 liters, okay? You lose 2.6, you should be drinking more than that, okay? Now, I will say that this is an approximate number, and if you do a workout, you need more. Even if you're like, I didn't sweat, drink more. It's not going to harm, okay? We'll talk about whether you can overdose on water as well. Actually, we'll add that to the list now. So your weight in pounds halved is the amount of ounces you need. So, example, I am roughly 150. Yes, okay, I'm still up there. I dipped below and I'm going back up. I'm still there. That's fine. I'm not panicking. So half of 150 is, quick math, 75. Is that right? So I apparently need 2.2 liters a day. If I had 2.2 liters a day, Cam would be dead because I'd be so irritable and pissed off that he would just want to dead. I'd kill him.
So it's like a good minimum to aim for.
It's horses for courses. We're Scott tonight. It's horses for courses. Yeah, so it's a very bare minimum, okay? So work that out. For ease, I tell my clients 2.5 to 3.5 liters a day. That's basically what I tell them. That's right. I aim for 3-ish, 3+. There are times where you will drink more. Photo shoot people, Kyra, for example, I know you're on here. Like, we will probably be water loads and we'll be drinking like 5 liters of water a day. So something for you to look forward to. Did you need something? Who's that? Was that Jenna? Yeah, Jenna, we were trying to figure out the difference between ounces and liters, but we got it. We Googled it. It's all good.
Yeah, we needed our trusty American friend.
Mm.
We're not very good in ounces
Or pounds.
or pounds.
Okay, so that's how much you need to drink. Okay, so I want you guys to post 30 mil. She says 30 mil in 1 ounce, I guess. That means, yeah, that would make sense. So, guys, I want you guys to post in the group how much you need to drink a day. Okay, and then for the next 3 days, I want to see it in there. Kyra's like, what? 5 liters? Yep. It's gonna happen, Kyra. You're gonna be peeing like a, I don't know.
Racehorse.
Racehorse, that's it. Okay, cool. 30 mil is 1 ounce. Perfect. There we go. So, can you overhydrate? I literally just said that I'd be giving some people 5 liters a day. So, 3.5 liters. Thank you.
That's Irene. I always have to Google her name, Irina. I always think I'd say it wrong. She's just joined as well, Irina.
Oh, congrats. Welcome, welcome. Where's Irina from?
She's from Ukraine, but I'm pretty sure she lives in the UK.
How does she know that?
She's probably just Googled it.
How are you so clever? Okay, so 2580 mil. Who says that? That's how much someone needs to drink.
Ukraine. Irene, do you live in Ukraine right now? I wasn't too sure. She's definitely from Ukraine.
Kimberly, 2580. Okay, so perfect. Let's see it. See 2.5 liters tomorrow.
I think you should say this right now. What the caveat is of water. If you're a person that's been drinking 1 liter of water, we're not going to shame you.
But it's terrible.
I was going to say you do you, but no, we're telling you don't do you. Don't do you anymore. If you drink 1 liter, aim for 1.5 liter. It's very hard to go from 1 liter to say, like, if you're a Rainer, she's been drinking 1 liter, she goes to 3 liters. You will pee a lot more because her current tolerance and urine, routine is around what she gets averagely. So if you suddenly triple it, your body's going to go like,
trouble.
Oh my God, what am I doing? And we do. I can't
You're going to wet the bed.
Yeah, you're going to wet the beds and wet the bus.
What bus?
I don't know if you take the bus. So just build yourself up. Same with protein. It's the same with water.
Same with steps.
It's not black and white. Just build yourself up. So this is a target to work towards. If you're so far under it, don't feel overwhelmed. And don't just triple what you're eating or drinking. Build yourself up. Yeah, she is in the UK.
Nottinghamshire.
Oh.
Knows that?
Who's that?
John Lashley.
Oh, is he? Have you ever heard of Brooklyn Brownies? We like brownies.
We love it. Yeah, he's from New York actually, but he lives in Nottinghamshire. I'd just be over 3 liters, 2.2 liters, 2580 mil. Perfect. 3.5. Okay. So, guys, you guys have got solid targets to be aiming for now. Again, like Cam said, you don't have to go, 0 to 100. I know we want to do that, but let's not. Let's go 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. Let's add it up. So, things to think about. Tips. Let's give tips. How to make sure you drink enough. First of all, get something with a straw. I think someone else has said this as well. Karis, I think, said it to me earlier on our call. Like, look how much I've drunk today in this live, which I'm not sure how long it's been because I haven't got the right window up, but that's how much I've drunk already. That's probably how much you've drunk all day, guys. So sort it out. You can actually eat your watermelon, cucumber, but it is harder to track, obviously. But if you need like a little bit of a top up, they're useful things to do. Habit stacking. Who said that earlier on in the group? I can't remember who it was. And I was very impressed.
I was going to say it's Laura, but I don't know. It wasn't Laura.
It was someone in the group. Let me just move this. Super, super impressed. Who was it? Charlotte Thomas. Charlotte Thomas. If you hear Charlotte,
well done.
Drop a high five. Drop a hello. So habit stacking is basically when you do something every day. Like, what do you guys do every day? For me, I drink a cup of tea, at least 4. Like, I drink a lot of tea. I go outside. I go for a wee. Like, these are things that brush my teeth. These are things that we do every single day. So you could leave a bottle of water on the toilet. Okay, so you're like, okay, going to the toilet, need a drink. Or once I've peed, I'm going to rehydrate and go again, whatever.
I think the easiest one for me was, like I said, the sink one earlier. Every time I used to go to a kitchen, I'd just drink some water. Or with some other clients, we'll have like when they go to the kettle. So we did this with protein and a protein snack.
Yeah.
Always needed protein. Or no, fruit. So we put a fruit bowl next to her TV remote and a fruit bowl next to her kettle, because it's the two places I knew she'd always go.
Who are you talking about?
Just a client.
Okay.
Again, she wasn't trying to eat fruit, like 5 pieces of fruit a day. We just wanted to hit at least 1 to 2 per day, but she'd just always absolutely forget. So if it's in sight, you don't have to be looking at something in directly, but subconsciously your body can still see it, or your brain can still see it and vision it. So it will, like, it's much more likely to click that circuit of, oh, I need to drink some more water. So plant things in positions. So make your environment work for you, not against you.
Mm-hmm. I've just noticed, like, all of our washing is on show. Can I move over a little bit? You guys don't care. You know us. We're just normal. Yeah, so they're really good tips. Alarms on your phone. And I love a to-do list. I love it. So every so often in my to-do list for the day, I'll write drink 500 milliliters of water, and I'll scatter 4 or 5 of those in through the day. And then every time I drink 500, I can tick it off. Yes. And then later on, I can tick it off. Yes, I'm still haven't sent that email, but yes, I've drunk my water.
Just getting some dopamine.
Getting those dopamine hits, guys. I use timers, alarms on phone, especially during working hours. Yes, if things are mental, I cannot move for a whole day. / forget to do everything else. It reminds me to move. Yeah, exactly the same. You get so like, what's the word? Caught up in work and stuff, and you're so like into it because you love your job, and then you just forget about everything else. Time flies, and you're like, shit, I've drunk nothing today. Hey, look, you got a little panda like in your live cam. Hey, panda.
Panda like.
No, is it a panda? Yeah, it's a panda. Oh, panda. Okay, so can you overhydrate? Answer: yes, you can. It's called hypernatremia, I believe, if my sports nutrition brain memory comes back. Pretty sure it was hypernatremia. And basically what this means is, like, say you've got salt in a glass, okay? So you've got like a spoonful of salt in your glass, and then you pour in some water. It's going to dissolve. If there's not enough water, it won't dissolve. If it's too much water, it'll all dissolve. Make sense? Let me know, guys, if that's making sense. Thumbs up, yes, it would be great. So then, once the salt is gone, that's it, it's gone. So if you think about the salt being things like sodium in your body, like all the nutrients in your blood, if you overhydrate, these things will basically dilute. They'll dilute, which means that you can get things like cramp. That's what I suffered with for a long time. What else can you get from it? You can get like bad. You get sick from it. I think you could die from it. You'd be sick and everything first. Like you'd have to drink like 40 liters of water to actually, die from it. Overdose.
I think the biggest thing about, how do you say it again? Hypernatremia is a large amount of water in a short amount of time. So it's not so much that people drink loads across a day.
Yeah.
It's that you're drinking like
10 liters in 10 minutes.
Yeah, like, I don't know. We don't really want to give numbers,
No.
but if you're drinking like 5 liters in an hour, it's way too much. Generally, I've always gone by, your body can only really intake a liter an hour. Once you start to have more than that, it just starts to pee out because it can't digest it quick enough. And that's what we do I used to drink, when I used to fight and I used to have to make weight, I used to do a thing called water loading. So like Faye said, for Kyra, she'd drink 5 liters a day, and this is for like very short-term purposes. I would drink 8 liters because I'm probably like 20-30 kilos heavier than Kyra for sure. And I'd be spreading it out the day. And the biggest thing they'd always say is don't drink more than an hour. And when I dehydrate myself to make weight, and then I'd have to rehydrate within 24 hours, again, you're not really allowed, you don't get any extra benefit drinking much more than like a liter an hour. So that's like one easy rule to go by.
Jenna says it's usually marathon runners. Yeah. Drives the sodium down. Yeah, so Jenna could do a live on this. Jenna, you want to hop on?
Have to do some guest lives.
Yeah. I was thinking the other day, guys, as we're in the group now, if any of you have got anything you'd love to talk about in the group, love to share any knowledge, if you're a specialist in something, mental health, if you, Jenna used to do gastrointestinal, I can't remember the final word there, but she works in hospital, so she knows stuff. But yeah, we've got like people that work in mental health and wherever. So if you guys want to jump on and do a live, absolutely go for it. We're all there for it. So that is. Go on. Yeah, go on, son. So basically, that's that. I think we've covered everything.
That was it. I think that's good. I think we're going to be dehydrated in a minute, or you won't be.
No. Can I get this rest of this down in the next 20 seconds?
Why 20 seconds? Yeah. So I think that's it. So if anyone has any other questions about anything really, we'll try and answer them quite quickly. So we're going to say we'll stay on for another 4 minutes, because it has been 45 minutes.
46 minutes.
46 minutes.
So guys, if you've got any questions, if you're on TikTok, you've got any questions, anything weight loss, anything fitness, anything health, drop the questions in and we'll answer them. Nobody told me what they had in their pancakes today, so I'm very upset. And also, guys, did we know that Pancake Day, I think, is a British thing? Did we know this? Because Jamie in the group was like, what the hell have I missed?
Jamie's Canadian. Canadian?
Yeah.
I don't understand why Americans or Canadians don't have Pancake Day. Like, they have so many pancake houses.
Random question, but how accurate is the calorie burnt bit on Smart Fitness Watches? Not accurate.
You're so mean.
It is, I'm just saying it's true. So basically, your it depends on accuracy, okay? If you've got a heart rate monitor that goes on your chest, it's a little bit more accurate. These, crap, absolute bollocks. They actually can skip beats depending on your skin tone, things like that, how tight you wear it. So they're not accurate at all. You should not, let me just clarify here. Listen up. You should not care about the calories that you burn during exercise. Stop counting them. That was my telling off. Done some weights Monday at the gym and spin class today. Do I go to again tomorrow or rest? Weights on Monday, that was yesterday. Spin class today. Do you go again? What does your coach tell you?
The real question is, it depends.
The real answer, you mean?
Yeah. Like, what are you doing for the rest of the week? Like, if you go tomorrow and then you don't train again until Monday, you've had 3-4 days off, then you would do it. You don't generally do 3 days in a row. And
like Monday, you could have done legs. Today you could have done spin, and tomorrow you could do upper body. Like, it depends, doesn't it?
If you're going to go tomorrow, I'd probably do upper body.
But it depends on how hard you did spin as well. Okay, I had cheese in my pancake tonight. Oh, you're one of those. She's a savory. Kyra, I can't coach you anymore. I'm sorry. I'm no longer allowing you to be in our coaching program. I work in social work. A lot of older people don't drink due to worry about incontinence and effect of this is increased UTIs. Yeah, sad, isn't it? It is sad. So lots of people can get what's it called through dehydration? Well, kidney stones. You can kidney stones from dehydration as well. So there's like an extra thing, Kimberly, to like add on to your list of potential health issues from being dehydrated. Cam's just like filling up his water there. It's like 10 litre. We've got 10 litre bottles. Traditional lemon and sugar on pancakes. Guys, what are you doing? I had chocolate, dark chocolate. Kidney stones are not fun. Drink water. It's zero party vibes. Exactly. Had my 4 waters. Okay, thought she meant 4 kidney stones. Put chocolate orange on my other pancake. Oh, there you go. She's redeemed herself. She's redeemed herself. Why do people say you drown drinking salt water? I don't know, because it's not the same. You've got 2 pipes that go down your throat. You've got the windpipe and the esophagus. The esophagus is where like food and water go, and your windpipe is over, or your trachea, if you want to be precise. That's how you breathe. So unless it's going to go down, literally down the wrong pipe, you're probably not going to drown. Or maybe you're putting up your nose and in your mouth at the same time.
There's a thing called waterboarding. That's drowning through water.
For drinking it?
No, not drinking it.
All right. I don't think you drown from drinking water, although Jenna might be able to shed some light on that. She's the expert. She's the qualified.
Nurse. She knows.
I don't want to label her. I can't remember what her position is. But yeah, she's done a lot. She's done a lot in hospitals. Any other questions, guys, that we can help with before all of our batteries die? My phone's on 11%. My laptop's on about 4%. Cam's laptop's on 10%. So we've been out, we don't have time to charge our stuff. Okay, let's just check this other live stream here in case you've had comments on any of the other places. Oh, okay. Urinary tract infection. Yeah, don't think so. I'm a nurse. Yes, she's a nurse. Okay. I think we are up to date. Marathon runners, timers. Yeah, I don't think I've missed anything else, guys. Apologies if I have. So, Jenna, I hope this helped. And, who else was it? Shelley. I don't even know if Shelley joined, but I hope it helped. Shelley, if you did see it. That's it, guys. Enjoy the rest of your pancake day. Do pancake calories count? Probably. No, he says no. Oh, look. Aspirating when water goes down the wrong pipe. Aspirating. Is that right? Aspirating. I pronounced that right? So yeah, can go down the wrong pipe. But I probably still wouldn't say that you drowned from like a sip. Unless you're in a swimming pool and you're drinking as you swim in, probably gonna drown then. But guys, I hope this helped. Hope you now know. I want to see some posts in the group about how much water you should be drinking. If I'm in a conversation with you right now, today, then coaching spots are still open for you guys. If you want a coaching spot, because we are closing them tonight at midnight, which is an hour and a half here, 2.5 hours your time, then you need to DM me or Cam with the word coaching, and we'll get back to you. But after that is closed. We're not taking on any more clients after we've had enough. Kyra, she just puts me off. Like
Savory Kyra.
Yes, guys. So if you want a spot before we close, then do drop us a message with the word coaching, and we'll give you some info, ask some questions, and see if we can help you. Otherwise, stay hydrated. Have a lovely night, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye.